Hey there, welcome back guys, and guess what? I sold my remote controller too, and now I have the remote controller 3. In this video we're going to show you how to set it up for those new guys that just got it like me and just like wondering, I want to try manual mode. Well, without any further ado, let's get started. We're going to set this up so that it flies in manual mode. So first we'll do that in this video, set up the remote controller, and then we'll update it, and then in the next video, part 2, we'll connect it to the drone and see how it works out. And then after that, after connecting it to the drone, we'll fly it and lift off. And after we fly it and lift off, we'll take it outside. So it'll probably be 3 videos. Oh yeah, 3 videos for the remote controller 3. Anyway, without any further ado, let's get started. See what's inside of the box. So you'll have a remote, right? It'll come in a little plastic bag. The only downside to this remote is that, we'll start off with the good, right? The bad and the ugly. The good thing is that they give you a key. See that? Look at that. We got a key so we can get that spring action out, right? Well, sort of. We want to eliminate that, okay? So the only downside is that you only get 1 set of these things. See, joysticks. On the previous one, I like the black ones. They put the black ones, I guess they're using on the box, right? It's still on the box, as you can see, but you're not going to get those unless they're buried in there, but I doubt it. All right, so on that note, let's take these out. So you want to take these out and put these on, right? And then of course get a lanyard, because sometimes you need your hands when in an FPV to fix something, or you're sitting on something, you need your, so we're going to take the spring action out of this side. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to, you need a little plastic tool, something plastic so you don't damage it. And let's take the key out. It's nice that they threw in a little hex wrench. Okay. And then, so we're going to do this side, the right side. This is your right, but it's the left. So it's a left joystick, right? But now it's the right side when we flip it over. So you take this little tool right here, any tool, as long as it's plastic, as long as you don't damage it, right? And then we'll take that, open it up. I think that's as far as it goes. One of them looks like it's stuck in there, but just leave it. Just hold it back with your hand if it doesn't pull out. Okay. And then what you'll do is on F1, F2, adjust them and turn them accordingly until the spring action comes out. And you'll hear it click. If it starts to like grind, then it means you turn too far. And make sure it's in the hole, of course. It's really hard to see in there. All right, so now we're just going to turn it. I'm turning F1. Let's see. So while you heard that pop, right? Oh, is that F1? Yeah, that is F1. Just want to make sure that it is. F1, yep. So you'll notice, right? Huh, interesting. As I turn it, if I believe I'm turning it, see that? Okay, watch. See now? It's in that position. And if I turn F2 right that way, it's going to make it looser too. I mean, it's a little bit tighter. But if I turn it, see? Watch. See it moving back up? But we don't want that. So we're going to take F2, turn it counterclockwise a little bit. Okay, and then we're going to take F1 and turn it counterclockwise a little bit, or clockwise. It's hard to see because it's really, I don't have my, even though I have my glasses. There we go. You heard that? Okay, and you see if I turn it counterclockwise, it pops back up. If I turn it clockwise, F1, right, it's going to go back down. And we want that. So you have to finagle it so that it goes into position that's right for you, because every remote is different. So if I turn it that way to my left, it goes up. If I turn it right, if I turn it that way, it's going down, but a little bit up. It's giving more flex, more like give. Okay, and there's no you have to decide which one is right for you. So just move them both a little bit, and then I think this one, yeah. And it's not coming back up. You don't want it to come back up. But look, now I have it where I want it by, adjusting those two. But then I want to make sure that this isn't too tight, because you want that freedom. Like this, see how it goes like that? So now we have to find the sweet spot, right? Just want to make sure it's still recording. It's like, that ever happened? Like, oh no, I have to take two. We forgot to press the record button. So it feels okay, and most importantly, it's all the way down, so you won't get an error saying, please correct your joystick. It's like joystick error. But I just want that, I don't want it to be too, but I don't want it to be too tight. You don't want it too tight. And if it is, some people like it like that. I don't know if I can fly. Maybe. I can make it a little bit looser, okay? A little bit, not a lot. So now I'm going to take F2, okay? And just adjust it a little bit. I'm turning it clockwise. And see what happens. Whoa, drop the remote. See, now it's all right. Again, you have to decide what's right. Oh, wow, that might work. I like that. Now I got it. It just wouldn't pull out. So now I just turn it. Oh, yeah, I like that. See, it's about finding the sweet spot. So you're going to have to adjust it and find your sweet spot, but you don't want this to spring back up, okay? So, you play with F1 and F2. See, I like that. For me, I like that because that's my style. Everyone, so don't cramp my style. And again, you have to find your style. You have to find, and you might have to adjust it again. You might be like, you know what, I don't like that. And you'd be like, I saw the guy in the video do it, but it's not working. The reason why it might not be working is because you didn't find your sweet spot. So again, see, I'm still looking for my sweet spot. I'm like, it's there, but it's not really there. I'm like, it's there. And then, oh wow. Then you can just kill yourself, like trying to overkill it, trying to overdo it, overly compensate for the compensation that just will never be there. But you never know. Never say never. I'm just going to bring it in. And you can only bring it in so much. Because it will, oh yeah, that's too tight. No. So back to the drawing board. See, I'm turning F2 to adjust that, like make it a little bit looser. I don't know, it was just too tight, right? I want it to, okay, so now it's not springing back up, which is great. That was the other key. So now I'm just adjusting that level of tightness. I just want it to be a little bit tighter, looser actually. So turning it counterclockwise will make it looser. Oh wow, interesting. Nice. And you'll know when we connect it to liftoff whether it was a good adjustment or a bad adjustment, because it will say, please put your joystick into the correct mode. Yeah, I think that's all right. Maybe. I can tell it's deeply in there because the screw is all the way down there. This one I could see because it's pretty big. The hole, you could just swing it like that. Yeah, it's all right. I like it. See? And you adjust both, you know, like just find one that's right for you. And you can always put it back, like when you go to sell it. Like one of the people that were interested in a remote said, can you please send me another picture? They didn't understand why this was like that all the way down, and they circled it. I'll show you guys so you can see. I was like, that's because it's in manual mode. And then they just kept going back and forth with all these strange questions and requests. That's when you know you don't have a serious buyer too, when they start asking you. And then and if someone's interested in buying your stuff, yeah, so I believe that's it. Anything else is going to be overkill. And oh wow, I like that. Yeah, it's totally doable. And then I could, yeah. All right. So again, don't overdo it, but you might find yourself going back and forth with it, which is fine because you're the one who's going to be flying this. And now the next part, see, we just got to try and finagle it so that everything goes back, see, in. So it's just like finding this sweet spot, which is a little bit tricky because it's just a matter of pushing. And again, don't be shy. You can open it again, but just be careful so that you don't break it. And then you might have to open it again, push it in. See that one? This side went in, and now that side, and then see that had this side. So as you can see, this side, I might have to open it again because this side didn't go flush, but that's okay. That's what this thing is for. See that? And so looks like that side. See, that side needed to go in, and then you can just bring it around. Again, I'm having a struggle, so you might too. See, and now we got it back, and now we're ready to test it out. So it's there. I like it. It's a little tight. I might readjust it, but I don't have any spring action, which is what you don't want. And again, it'll come, yeah, it's all right. Anyway, so now for the next half, and again, remember, if you adjust it again, like if I adjust it, I might have to bring it into liftoff again to, make sure everything's set and I don't have that error where it says, please put the joystick in the correct position, if that makes any sense. Okay. All right, so let me just do this here really quick. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to connect it via USB-C, right? We just want to update it, okay? And then we'll turn it on. Turn on the power button. See? And now we're going to open up the DJI Assistant for Consumer Drones. Sometimes it takes, you have to right-click. Actually, I can do that from here. And then just select Open. Here, you see? Usually most apps bounce in the dock. See, and there it is. It happens really fast. I like that. And then we'll go here. Remember, this is before we, you want to update it first. Of course, since it's new, we got to activate it. Okay, so this part will happen for you guys in real time. I have to log in, unfortunately. Interesting. Let's see. Put in my... It's not connecting. Okay, so you had to quit it, and I was like, "This, you've got to be kidding me! Like, I just bought this." You put in your email. That's my email. Feel free to email me if you have any questions or you want some help or special request. And then we're going to type in my password. Start activation. Lewis.tristan@protonmail.com. Yep, confirm. Interesting, because it doesn't make you do that with the other remote. Complete. So you might want to log into your DJI account to make sure it's still there, because maybe there's a care refresh option for this thing that I'm not sure about, but you'll see that in your DJI panel. But I'll let you guys know in the notes. If there is, just read the description in the video and I'll say yes or no. Don't need to make this any longer than what it is. Okay, so now we're going to upgrade to the latest firmware, which is official. Start update, and then this will work its magic. And when it does that, when this is done, we'll connect it to liftoff, see if it works, and then after maybe by Friday, I'll throw up another video where we take this to the park and try and fly it in manual mode. It is much faster. I do notice it getting warmer. It gets hot a little bit, which is a little weird. That didn't happen with my other unit. But it is what it is. Maybe it does feel lighter, much lighter. Can't compare. Now, I'm not sure if the settings have saved from the previous remote inside of the goggles. We'll find that out when we connect it. As you can see, look, 90%. The update is much faster than the other one, so this thing really is streamlined. Remember, just double check. And remember, if you readjust the settings because you don't like them or aren't crazy about them, you will just throw it into liftoff to make sure that you can just fly with those controllers the way they are. Updating, so this will happen for you in real time, so we'll just snap. All right, good. It's at 100%. It's not like it's going to quit the screen, unfortunately. So what we do is we'll go back, and then you hit refresh, right? And as you can see, we are current. We have 2024, 724, and that's the official. So you can refresh or downgrade. We're not going to downgrade, but some people like to for other reasons. It's just preference of certain features, experiences, like glitches that don't happen with the newer firmware. or previous firmware, so they downgrade and get rid of the newest one and keep the oldest one. All right, so now that we got that out of the way, we can quit it. We'll click yes. Remember, we're just doing the joystick update and to see if it works in liftoff. Okay. All right, so then I like to do race. You could do whichever level you want. There's no set. Oh, see, there we go. See that? I like Hanover. And there it is right there. It just allows me the freedom. And it's similar to a flying experience that I've created for myself outside of this world. There's the FPV drone. Remember, there's another video that will show you. I'll leave a link in the description. And we're just testing it out to make sure that it's not going to ask us. Like, for example, look, if I leave the joystick like this, liftoff won't start. So we'll do 2 simulations. One with it like that and see what happens. And one with it not like that. I don't know if we can just lower the volume there. So you see nothing happened, which is okay. So now I'm going to bring it down and then put it like that. And now it should start, but it won't start because we have to add the remote and reconfigure everything. Okay. See, it says disarm. See, it's asking for and it is, but remember, we have to configure it. So that's why it won't, you won't see it. Okay. So we know it hasn't seen it. So we go to confirm. We're like, wait, it's not working. It's okay. Just showing you guys. So then we go to options, okay? Because it'll ask you to wiggle the joysticks, and then it'll see it. All right. All right. So see, there it is. There's our DJI remote, and then we're gonna go calibrate. Don't do fine tune because we're not there yet. Start calibration. See, now it's asking us to do that. See, now the remote's picking up. See that? Oh, well, it feels nice. Okay. And now, what is it asking for? Use current center dead zone. I'm just putting everything in the center. Okay. Throttle access. Up. Throttle access. Okay. Just following the directions. So it's asking that one to go up. Okay. Oh, center all joysticks. See? Center. Okay, move that one that way. Okay, center all joysticks. See? And this one's centered. See that? That's pretty cool. That's why I like it locked like that. Oh, assign yaw axis. Yaw. Click OK. Center all joysticks. See? And all I have to do is center the other one. See? And it's saved. Now I can go that way, and then it's responsive to that way, and it's responsive to going up, and responsive to going down. Kind of neat, huh? Now it sees the remote. And that's why, I wanted to show you. But now let's see if I keep it in the middle like that, right? If it'll actually ask us to, like, please put your joystick into the correct mode. And we need to do that with the goggles too. We don't want to see an error. But we'll know that with one of the FPV drones instead of the Avata. So now we go to race, standard. And go to Hanover, and then now here we'll click here, and then it should just load, and all the magic will happen. Yeah, and just press enter, and voila. Okay, and then we'll see. So remember, we left it in the middle. See, it says drone disarm. So now we know if it really took. If we just put it down, and nothing happened. See? Hopefully it's not this one. So then if that happens, just do this. Take it out. See? And saw the joystick. And then put it in. Now it saw it. And is it on? Let's turn it off. Turn it on again. Okay, now it found it. But the drone should have taken off. Welcome back to Everything That Glitches. Bummer. Okay, joystick is detected. Is it backwards? Sometimes that happens. No. So if this happens, we quit the app and then try again, okay? Because sometimes that happens. So we'll go to force liftoff to quit. Okay, and then we'll do a force quit here. And now, if we launch liftoff again, in the perfect world, that would be ideal. All right, next one. Go here. Now we're just going to go to Hanover or anywhere. Doesn't matter where you go. Because in this case, we want it to go, and just press enter for whatever drone is there, because you might not have the DJI drone, okay? But it'll work no matter what drone you have. This is just preference for me. Ah, and now it works. So it required recalibration. All right, so there we go. Sweet. It's a little bit different. Joysticks will take some getting used to. Nice. I like how it locks in. See, I have mine a little bit tight, right? And then I'd have to go back. It does feel a little, it might take some getting used to. See, I missed my checkpoint. But you miss it, you go back. But I like it. It's going to take some getting used to flying, because as you can see, it might be a little bit too taut, right? Oops. Yeah. But, you know, that's the beauty of it. So we know it works in liftoff. It's going to take a few settings, and you see, do what I just did. And remember, I don't cut the parts out, because a lot of times when people make these videos, they cut out the part and only show you what you need to see. And then you're like, but it didn't work. It's not how it happened in the video. But this is my channel, and that's me, is, I'm everything that glitches. So I keep in the glitches so that you guys can know how to troubleshoot moving forward. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with those videos that are out there that do that, because that's how, honestly, that's how it should be. We should have been done 5 minutes ago, or even 3 minutes ago, but it didn't work that way. Maybe there's a script that DJI wrote for me. They said, you know what, anything that goes to Lewis, let's just have it fuck up, right? Literally, I feel like, hold on, oops. In the real world, trees do not fly out of nowhere. I can just get that one, see? Whoop. I'll just spin around. Yeah, so like I was saying, you just gotta roll with the punches, literally, no pun intended. And there should be one up there. And that's it. So we know it works. We know that it's a little bit tight, but I like that it's centered, right? And I'm not used to flying this way. I'm used to flying with the joystick around my neck. And remember, don't be discouraged. This is M mode. Oh yeah, in the real world, there's no fly zone. See how it just said, sorry, you flew out of the zone. That's not going to happen with your drone. If you fly out of the zone, you're going to be, you're going to lose your drone. See, it went up too high, too fast. And to change modes, press the A key. See, normal mode. Now I'm in normal. Normal just means I can't dive, I can't flip, and basically would mean that you have. I think it's kind of like angle mode. It just means your drone is operating in normal mode. See, it's going to go down, and which is fine. There's nothing wrong with flying in normal mode. Some guys will never flip. I have a video where I'm flying in manual mode, but it just doesn't do it for me. But look, you have more control over it. The timer started, but now, right? You want to make sure you're high up, though. See, I'm high up and out of the forbidden zone, whatever they call it, and then press the A key. Now in manual mode, now I can flip. You have to know your bearings, and then start flying. See, it's tricky, but you'll get it. And with this drone, you'll get it, because with the FPV drone, I would have crashed a long time ago. Because its sensitivity is just so much different. Where with DJI, they sort of made it just right for you, so that when you go down, you go down, you go up. See, I can spin around. I'm like, oh no, I missed my checkpoint. And with this kind of drone, it's really hard to talk, and at least for me, and fly at the same time. So let's see if I can make it back again. See, and then you just go back. You go back and you find the right point that's right for you, and then you just go down and crash right into there. Or you can just press the restart button and try again. But for that part is always going to be tricky. But you want to make sure before you go out and fly that you can do at least one lap in here without crashing. Given that this is a newer remote and it's a little bit tight, it might need some adjustments, but don't be discouraged. Just, it's all about repetition. Just doing it over and over and over again. Okay? If that makes any sense. See? And the checkpoints, practice with the checkpoints because that's going to help you level up. Okay? Let me just see. And I think after this now I'd be ready. If you can do one lap, right, without crashing, you're good to go with your drone. But don't do one lap and then go to bed. No, I mean one lap within the same, within the same, hold on, hour. All right? Hold on. The remote's overheating. Missed it. But you can always go back. And even if you have to turn back, that's fine. You turn back, right? You go around and down. As long as you know the route and which way to go. Right about there. See? Voila. Boom. So I'm not ready to go out yet. Plus, I'm used to flying it like this. But you get the idea. So you want to do one lap, no crash, and then you're ready to go out. Then you have the confidence and boost that you need. And that's it. Wow, I was a little nervous there. I thought I was going to have to reach out to DJI and put another support ticket in, but it turns out, just required recalibration again. Anyway, I hope this video helped you with your new Remote Controller 3, right? And getting out there and setting up for manual mode with the liftoff simulator. And looking forward to bringing this outside, trying manual mode again. Anyway, if you have any comments or questions, feel free to leave them down below. Or ideas for other videos. Remember to like and subscribe. And I'll see you all next time.